Hey, 720. And I've been bombarded with so much harassment, the feeling of a new style of spectrum pirate radio of interrupting feedback or even electronic feed. And it's in mass numbers or in public and private areas. And I'm getting a really bad disturbance of police misconduct or even police corruption or even the entire Sacramento, including Elk Grove, or even the government of the United States, where there is obviously corruption, but the feeling of spectrum abuse or even pirate spectrum of intruder overlapping identities that desire to be skillful minded, or even that the city may have more care for them to actually to be that way, or otherwise it seems as though the enemy is trying to make them mimic or some less dominant mindsets or even mental illness or even more um, resentful of even taking care of their own children into prostitution. So it's something else because the mindsets are altered to the point where the care of the next generation isn't exactly concern. It's actually it's becoming a resentment where the feeling it's, I don't resent the children, but you get the idea where it's becoming to the point where there's a domino effect of there's children being resented and seems as if they're being some it's a bad trend in Sacramento to the point where there's a nasty solicitations where it's almost to the point where the government or the governor has its own secret. But the thing is, when things are sabotaging with its own next generation to the point where the money they're spending probably isn't exactly going to be in America, it's probably somewhere else because they must think there's something better besides America to convince that the next generation is actually forced to appear as if they're mental or even resented to be a lifestyle of a prostitute. Or the thing is, it just is the mindset is seems of a less concerned mindset to actually and it falls right back to religion because this nasty one when Pope Francis is actually right next to a porn star, and you would think, in religion, or at least in, well, I wouldn't necessarily think, but the thing is, every now and then, when you have an image of this father figure and you have a wife next, um, it's not necessarily a porn star, or every now and then it's okay to be mindful of game relationship, or even if there are porn stars, but the mindsets are could, some might be more affectionate than others, maybe not. But the thing is, when you get the idea that some should not be, and the reason why, because some men attempt to humiliate other females to the point where it didn't really seem like it was attention to gain relationship, and some actually men actually to watch something like that, it's to actually to gain a relationship, but then it's actually it's kind of help to manifest destiny to gain a to have intercourse with a female, and it's not I don't have intentions for to attract a boy to have sex with a man, or so sometimes you think you manifest your own destiny, or if you're watching something like that, later in life it will attract that way. So it does bother me, the way how the world is shifting,